Turku Saatanalle 4 ja nyt meillä on puolalaisvieras eli Arkona. Meillä on Christian who has come here to answer our questions. So, first of all, you did a rather nice show last evening and it seems there was a lot of crowd. What was the response in your opinion? How was the gig?
Well, that was brilliant experience for us. Organization and amount of people. Well, it's really impressive. You know, we haven't seen any weak points. You know, in all the festivals. So, well, we're really happy to be here. We're proud and grateful that we've been asked to give a show here in Turku. It's the first time any of us been to Finland, and we have a really good experience, you know, with being here. So, thanks for inviting us.
Well, thanks for being here. So, Arkona is a known band in Poland, but outside your home country, how known are you, and how much influence you have, so to speak?
Well. As for now, it depends. It usually depends on invitations, you know, to play a concert, to play on festivals or simple gigs, and we usually are very well, you know, as I see, very well known in if we're talking about countries abroad, in Czech Republic, Slovakia. In some ways in Germany. That's the first invitation here in Finland. Like I said, the Arkona played several gigs in Germany in the past. Last year we've been to France, but I think that was the very first concert of Arkona in France. Well, that's all. We mostly play in our country. Czech Republic, Slovakia. That's the countries abroad.
Okay, since Polish black metal scene is quite big and you have lots of bands, what do you think? How is the Polish black metal scene nowadays, and what's your place or position in the scene?
Well, when I was younger, I'm still very impressed, and we all were impressed with a Norwegian or Swedish black metal scene in the past, you know. I think that Norwegian black metal scene used to be the strongest in the world, right? It changed, I think, during the years, and I think that the Polish black metal scene is doing very well at the moment. We have a lot of bands that, you know, they made their way to be, you know, a mainstream bands. They play a lot of gigs worldwide. They left underground, but we still have a good band. I think Arkona is a good example to staying in a deep black metal underground, doing a proper, you know, underground music and stuff, with not leaving, you know, this area of the black metal scene. There are several bands that left the underground. They're doing well. They made a great success, you know. And that's the personal point of view. We're gonna stay in the underground. Even more and more bands wish to be more, you know, more popular, you know. And I think at the moment, just several bands are, you know, strictly underground, and most of the others are willing to be, you know, well known and touch the mainstream.
Well, talking about mainstream Polish band, which used to be underground, more or less. For example, Graveland started as a raw black metal band and then kind of evolved into being more like a pagan metal band. And Behemoth used to be a raw black metal band, which kind of evolved into death metal. Yeah. So how do you see these kinds of bands nowadays? Are they traitors to the scene, or are they something that you would like to achieve one day?
Well, as I said before, when we had a conversation, before the interview, I think that, well, for example, Behemoth. In the very beginning, they had the one direction to be famous, right? To play worldwide, to be well known. Well, I believe that's their personal success, right? This is what they wanted to be like, and well, good for them. I wish them luck. I wish them well. It's their point. Well, I personally prefer the old albums, all the stuff, all the music before Telema 6. If you're talking about Behemoth, about the Graveland, they still stick to a deep black metal underground, but they progress to mix it with folk music, with a pagan black metal. I also prefer the old ones. The Celtic Winter is my the best album in my opinion. But I totally accept what they do. I believe that's the proper way, and well. By the way, most I know at least half of the live lineup for Graveland. They are close friends from my hometown, so I really support them, and hopefully their future live gigs gonna go well.
Okay, so how is Polish black metal scene right now? I mean, you mentioned that you know most of the guys and you've been friends more or less for many years, but how do you see in the scene? It's a big country and you have lots of bands. How many of those bands are like cooperating or being friends, or are there some kind of adversaries as well? I'm afraid it's a strong scene, but it always used to be divided, There were different ideas, different points of view, and people always used to be divided because of some differences. As for now, the only border between in the underground is between the old school, old school black metal, the old point of view, and the nowadays, which is black metal evaluates and changes. There are new genres. Because I don't know why people keep looking for something more alternative. At the moment we have the scene divided between raw black metal and a new wave, which is called post black metal. I'm not really into that new wave. I personally prefer the old one. This is what my bands are involved too, so we're gonna carry on this way, and I totally support the old school, the old way. All those hybrids of our original genres, well, it's a mutation. I'm not really involved in it. I don't really get it. Maybe I'm too old or so, but I stick to the old school. I'm happy when I see people who support us, who are involved, in all underground, and well, that's why I'm here, and we can have this conversation. I think we are involved in the same subject, so yeah. Okay, Polish black metal is also known for its Nazi ties, or NSBM, as it's known, and it's been this right-wing accusations, or how you want to call it. Where does Arkona stand in this scene? Are you a political band?
Well, we're not a political band. The problem is that the left wing, the fucking Antifa and all those left side dogs, they're looking for anything to find, to stick to, a label, a Nazi band. Well, I used to be involved many years ago in a brutal death metal band. we used to gig a lot with bands who were involved in political, subjects. I mean, the Antifa and stuff. And once they knew that I'm involved in a black metal band, all of a sudden they didn't ask a question about what is your band singing about, what's your subject, No way. They just strictly and straight ahead they stick the label. Oh fuck! If he's involved in the black metal scene, he's for sure Nazi. That's the best example how it works. We're not a political band, but I don't give a fuck for political correctness, right? We all don't, and we just say straight. We respect the freedom of expression, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're not gonna change, our point, leave the underground or do whatever to kneel in front of a fucking left side. We don't give a fuck for this. We're gonna respect the freedom of expression, and that's it.
Okay, so talking about the other bands, you also play in a band called Taran.
Yeah.
How does it differ from Arkona?
Well, if you're talking about ideology, Arkona was always involved in. Some people call us a pagan black metal band because of its name. The name of the band is very symbolic. Arkona used to be the last Slavic stronghold, which is the symbol of freedom. It was the last stronghold who fought against Christianity. We really respect, all the pagan values from before the Christianity, and we take them as our own. So Arkona is never gonna be a typical satanic black metal band, right? Because it has nothing to do with this subject. We stick to the old times, to the old values, ideas and stuff. That's why some people, messed the name of the band and lyrics with pagan black metal scene. It's different. We don't use the old instruments. We don't singing about the Slavic gods and stuff. It's against the modern world, but it has nothing to do with history itself. So that's probably also the reason why some people mess the name of our band with another band from Russia, which is strictly stick to the paganism.
Okay, so talking about religions and especially Christianity, which has a strong foothold in Poland and Polish history, how does the Church of Poland or the laws relate or regulate you as a extreme metal band member or the bands? Do they affect what you do?
Nowadays it changed a bit. It's not that bad like it used to be. But as you know, the political option in Poland changed. So I'm just afraid if we will be able in the future to normally perform shows with no problems. As you know, Poland is mostly a Christian country. So as a black metal artist, we have a lot to do still. I think that the black metal scene is so strong, in Poland, because of its background, the Christian background. We don't like it. We are against it. We respect our freedom. We strictly, I feel that connections from before the Christian times. And we carry on doing this way.
Has it been changed since 90s to nowadays? How the church or like stuff like Antifa affects what you do? how things have changed since 90s till today?
Well, people changed. People changed a lot. As I said before, we sometimes, especially abroad, we experience some problems with playing the concerts in some places. If the club owner or manager is involved in Antifa, they strictly, not allowed to play a gig for us. Before I was saying about the history of the band, but some previous band members used to be involved in some rock against communism bands, and probably we still experience such problems for the guys who are involved in Honor. You probably heard of the band, or Polish band, and that's probably making the problems in Poland. Well, we don't really experience such problems with Antifa in Poland. Mostly abroad. If so, in Poland, well, sometimes they cancel the not even black metal, but just metal concert because the club is too close from a church, or they have a holiday or so, and this generates a problem.
Okay, the last question: how would you recommend Arkona to people? What would be your sales pitch if you had to tell your audience or new fans to find Arkona? Why should we listen to Arkona instead of another million bands that there are in the scene?
Well, we're not gonna how to say that? We're never gonna be a commercial band, so we're not looking for new followers. If you like it, follow us. Come to our gigs, buy our CDs, buy our music. If you like it, follow us. We're not strictly looking for new people, new fans. Well, but we're happy if people understand our art, the lyrics, and our expression, and follow it and make it as their own, vision of the world. I think well, the music and the art defends itself, so we don't have to look for any new fans. If people respect us, people will follow us anyway. So,
all right. Thank you for your time, Christian. This was it for Moon TV. Yes, eli siinä kuultiin Arkonan mielipiteitä Puolasta ja black metallista ja näin poispäin. Ensi kertaan.